bit more educated than you, thanks.
Let's do it. When does life begin?
That's how you know you started off the conversation wrong already. Nobody that I've known with knowledge will tell somebody, I know more than you. They'll say, I could know more than you. Just to be fair, because at the end of the day, we all don't know who we're talking to. You could be the formerly most best expert about the subject, but you would say, I'm the formerly most best known about this subject. You're not going to say, I know more than you. That's how we know you don't know.
When does life begin?
I'm an atheist, sorry. I don't talk about...
You just said you're educated on it. So when does life begin? Secular. You don't...
Second wrong. Even being somebody of non-Christian religion, you will still have a conception date of a birth. Either when it's born or when the moment that the baby is made, inseminated, or whatever it's called. I think it's called.
You don't have to be Christian. When does life begin? You can search it up right now, all you guys. When does life begin scientifically? It says fertilization.
So at the moment of fertilization. So whenever you get it, that'd be the only fair thing to say. That'd be the only fair thing to say. Because at the end of the day, as it's done, it's done. But I guess you'll be right, because you're the best known at this subject just because you're a woman, right?
Well, I thought you'd know that if you studied this, man. Like, come on.
When you were born?
When you were born, life. So this is very important, guys. If I'm a murderer and I pregnant woman, I get charged with double homicide. But it's when you're born. You just said it's when you're born, though, right?
That's a valid point. That's a valid point. If you end the life of two people, which would mean a mother and a child, you'll get killed. You'll get charged with a double. So even in the eyes of the law, it's whenever the baby's fertilized.
How come? Why is that? That's a good point. I'll change your mind.
Well, I'm a little bit more educated.
Why is it okay for like a woman to kill her child because she doesn't want it?
Who is going to take care of that child otherwise?
Well,
I think you're getting missed to the point. Well, if I heard a question like that, I would be thinking that maybe it's because I'm a dude, but maybe you shouldn't be having sex if you willingly know you can't take care of a kid. Yes, I am leaving room for shit happening, but shit would still not happen if you wasn't having sex as much or unprotected. Because there's a really small window for that to happen. And if the guy's being protected by wearing a condom and pulling out, what are you doing on your behalf? Other than just saying yes to him. You could say no, you could put down a boundary like y'all like to do. But the boundary about this be kind of off.
she could put the child up for adoption, so adopted parents could. I'd point out, even if there were no adopted parents, I think parents are morally obligated to provide a safe and healthy environment for their child to develop inside of. For example, a woman has a 1-week-old child, she can't starve the kid or leave the kid in the closet. That's neglect. She get charged with homicide. Mm-hmm. And I think that's right. Would you agree that woman who leaves her kid in the closet, doesn't feed the kid, that's homicide, that's murder? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think
it's not homicide unless it kills the kid, dude.
Okay, so yeah, it kills the kid, right? She starves the kid to death, puts it in the closet. Okay, so that's homicide, right? Because parents have a moral obligation to provide a safe and healthy environment for the child's development. Same thing if she throws the kid.
I don't see if y'all noticing it, but the conversation starts to differ when people start to take little parts of it and use it in the wrong sentiment. He's basically saying it's wrong. Even if the child dies or not, it is wrong. Parent for somebody to have a kid and treat them bad, even if they don't. He's trying to say it's wrong, but you're trying to put hypotheticals in there by saying they have to. No, they don't have to. That's still wrong. Even if the cops catches the kid at the brink of that thing, she still will be charged with some sort of neglect. So at the end of the day, it would still be wrong.
Child.
Oh, so children are only valuable if they're wanted, and it's okay.
Yeah, actually.
So if she doesn't want the kid and she puts the kid in the closet, the born kid.
It's only valuable if they're wanted. It's I understand, and that's the same shit I just said. It's why are you using that retrospect of it when, yes, they're not valuable because they take, but they have values in other ways if you actually like your child. So in a way you are right, but technically wrong, because at the end of the day, the child never chose. You chose.
It's not murder?
No, but she shouldn't have had that kid in the first place.
So you don't think that's murder? If she leaves a 1-week-old child?
Listen. Please don't interrupt me.
It is a debate. You don't come tell somebody how to debate you when you initially said something wrong in the first place. Damn near always saying guys are not like humanitarians or don't have humanity and just live in logic. But here you are getting mad that he's pointing out that you said something wrong and trying to get you to elaborate on it by still saying more wrong things. But yet he's cutting you off. It's a debate. You go back and forth. If you had math, and that's why I be saying that these type of things, we got to have a time limit or something. Because if I can't interject and stop you where you're wrong at either trying to explain something that don't make sense, then what type of conversation are we having?
Thank you. That woman should not have had the child in the first place.
But she did now.
Okay. Then she should get rid of that child.
How so? I would say, like, put it up for adoption, not kill it. You think it's okay if she kills it?
I think that child has already been in existence for a very long time. I think that kid has already developed, and that kid is no longer inside the mother. That kid is no longer a clump of cells that is causing the woman immediate
Clump
danger.
of cells of human species, right? It's human.
So
Immediate danger. Immediate danger. I see. I don't get it. And that's why I'd have stopped you at is like, giving birth is something natural. Yes, there's a lot of people that are getting a bad side of it, but the more natural side of it is everybody getting through it fine. Like compared to back in the day when I didn't have things like tampons and the medication wasn't good, I'm pretty sure it's way better than back then, but yet every woman is just magically having this bad pregnancy.
tumors.
Yeah, but they're of the same DNA of the mother, right? If we take a
So are
look at,
tumors.
once again, I'm talking about the child. Child's different DNA than the mother. Child's not the mother. Child's its own unique human being. You can't kill innocent human beings.
You can get rid of a tumor that is going to cause you trauma.
Yeah, but
though.
child's not a tumor. Child's different DNA from the mother. It's not the mother. It's its own unique human being, not the mother.
Viruses don't share human DNA.
The child in the womb's not a virus.
I'd call it a disease.
How's
Actually,
it a
you're right.
disease? By definition, not.
Just say you don't like kids, or just say you don't like the pregnancy or the way to give birth. Like, kids are a disease, man. And honestly, this is the type of question you should be this is the type of shit you should be asking your person, because it's like, yo, if this how you feel about kids, and I as a man want kids, I can't make you have any kids because you're gonna look at them terribly. Like, these are my children you're talking about, like, just technically. But maybe you do have a kid, maybe you don't. But that's crazy to think that you will see kids as disease that needs to be eradicated from women's bodies. Maybe I'm reaching by saying eradicated, but that's how you sound. Like, you sound like you're putting real emphasis on these things.
Disease, it's offspring. Also not a parasite because it's offspring. Parasites can't be offspring or the same species as the host. Child's both.
Okay. If we're going off of the technical definition thank you. If we are going off of the common definition of a parasite, which is something that sucks the life out of or takes advantage of another creature, then yes,
That's not the common definition, though. We need to go by the biological.
Yeah, that's not the common definition. That's the job of the parasite. But you're still wrong.
Definition is a biological term.
Okay. I'm going by the common definition of people who just...
But that's not the common definition. You can Google it right now. A parasite can't be of the same species of the host, and it can't be related to the host. It's not a parasite.
Okay.
Definition of you're wrong, but you swear to God whatever you're saying makes more sense than what somebody else is saying. But you can also be a fair individual by saying, hey, I don't know fully about this topic, so let's just say you're right, but in debate's sake, continue with my viewpoint, but I will acknowledge that you could be right in this situation and move forward. But no, you gotta prove a point, you gotta be right, and you gotta be unjust, because that's what it seemed like to me. He came in all faith, not cutting you off, because that it wasn't a cutting you off situation. Is you said something that didn't make sense, because every time you stopped him, you had to redirect what you already just said before even thinking about what you said. But we're not going to talk about that. Don't forget the comment.